something is happening, and most people can feel it, but can't explain it. Life is getting more expensive. Salaries are staying the same. The gap between struggling and comfortable is getting wider. And the middle class, the group that was supposed to be the backbone of modern society, is shrinking. Fast. In 1971, 61% of Americans were middle class. Today, that number is 50%, 11 percentage points in 50 years. And the pace is accelerating. This isn't politics. This isn't opinion. This is math. And the math tells a story that most people are living, but nobody is explaining. Today, we explain it. Not to scare you, to show you exactly what's happening, and what to do before it's too late. Let's go. What is the middle class? By definition, a household earning between $56,000 and $169,000 per year. That's a wide range. A teacher earning $58,000, an engineer earning $140,000. Both middle class, and both feeling the same thing. That no matter how much they earn, it never feels like enough. Rent goes up, groceries go up, healthcare goes up, education goes up. But the paycheck? It moves, slowly. This is called the affordability gap, and it's widening every year. Here's the data. In 1985, the average American needed 3.5 years of income to buy a median-priced home. Today, they need 7.5 years. Same goal. Double the time. That's not a personal failure. That's a structural shift. And understanding that shift is the first step to surviving it. Why is the middle class disappearing? Not one reason. 4. Reason 1, inflation outpaces wages. Since 2000, consumer prices have risen 97%. Wages, up 67%. 30 percentage points of gap. Every year that gap exists, the middle class loses purchasing power. You're not imagining it. Your money genuinely buys less than it did 10 years ago. Reason 2, asset prices exploded. Stocks, real estate, business valuations, all went up, dramatically. Who benefited? People who already owned assets. Who didn't benefit? People who only had a salary. This is the core of the problem. The wealthy owned things that grew. The middle class owns a salary that didn't. And the gap between those two things is now a canyon. Reason 3, the cost of being middle class went up. To stay middle class today, you need a college degree. Average debt, $37,000. A car, average payment, $735 per month. Health insurance, average cost, $8,400 per year per person. A home, average mortgage, $2,200 per month. Added up, the cost of maintaining a middle-class life has never been higher, and the income to support it has never felt more insufficient. Reason 4, no system. This is the one nobody talks about. The wealthy have systems. Their money works while they sleep. Their assets grow automatically. Their income comes from multiple sources. The middle class has a salary, one source, one stream, one point of failure. And when that one thing is threatened, by inflation, by job loss, by medical bills, everything collapses. The middle class isn't disappearing because people aren't working hard enough. It's disappearing because hard work alone was never enough to build wealth. The system is what builds wealth, and most of the middle class was never taught to build one. 3 things people say when they hear this. Counter 1. This is just how the economy works. Nothing I can do. Here's what the data says. Between 2010 and 2020, the number of millionaires in America grew from 7.8 million to 20.2 million. In the same decade that the middle class was shrinking. Both things happened at the same time. The economy didn't stop people from building wealth. The lack of a system did. The people who moved up weren't luckier. They understood something the middle class didn't. Income alone doesn't build wealth. Assets do. Counter 2. I can't invest. I barely cover my bills. Here's the real number. The average American spends $1,497 per month on non-essential purchases. Dining out, subscriptions, impulse buying, convenience spending. $1,497. That's not judgment. That's the data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. If even 10% of that, $150 per month, was redirected into an index fund at 8% annual return over 20 years, that becomes $88,353. Not from a raise, not from a second job, from redirecting what's already there. Counter 3. The system is rigged against people like me. Partially true. The system does favor asset owners. But here's what's also true. The barrier to owning assets has never been lower. In 1990, to buy stock, you needed a broker, a minimum investment of thousands, and a phone call. Today, you need a phone and $1. Fractional shares exist. Index funds exist. High-yield savings accounts exist. The tools are there. The question is whether you use them. The middle class is not disappearing into nothing. It's splitting into two groups. Group 1, moving down. These are the people who rely entirely on a salary. No assets, no investments, no system. As inflation rises, their purchasing power falls. As costs increase, their lifestyle shrinks. As time passes, the gap between them and financial security gets wider. Not because they're lazy, because they're playing the wrong game. The salary game has a ceiling, and that ceiling gets lower every year in real terms. Group 2, moving up. These are the people who understood one thing. A salary is the fuel. Assets are the engine. They took a portion of their salary, even a small portion, and put it into assets. Index funds, real estate, digital products, dividend stocks. And those assets grew while they slept, while they worked, while they lived their lives. The split is happening right now, and every year you stay in the middle. You're being pushed toward one of the two groups. There is no staying still. Inflation doesn't allow it. The question is which direction you move. 3 moves, not 10, not 50. 3. In this order. Move 1. Convert income into assets immediately. The moment money arrives, a percentage leaves for assets, not after bills, not after fun. First, this is the pay yourself first principle, but here's the version most people miss. Paying yourself first doesn't mean saving. It means buying assets. Savings sit. Assets grow. The difference over 20 years, $500 per month saved at 0.5% to $126,000. $500 per month invested at 8% to $294,000. Same $500. Same 20 years. $168,000 difference. The move, automate 10 to 15% of every paycheck directly into an index fund. Before you see it. Before you spend it. Before your brain argues. Move 2. Add one income stream that isn't your salary. The middle class has one income stream. That's the vulnerability. One stream means one point of failure. One ceiling. one source of stress. Adding one more stream, even small, changes everything. Not because of the money immediately, because of the identity shift. You stop being someone who only earns. You start being someone who builds. Options. Dividend stocks. Buy assets that pay you quarterly. Digital products. Build once, sell forever. Rental income, property, or even a spare room. Content. YouTube, newsletter, blog. Start with one. The smallest one you can start this week. $50 per month from a second stream is not about the $50. It's about proving to yourself that income can come from more than one place. That proof changes how you think, how you spend, how you build. Move 3. Protect your lifestyle from inflation. Most middle-class families let their lifestyle grow with their income. Raise at work leads to bigger apartment. Bonus arrives leads to new car. Extra money leads to more spending. This is called lifestyle inflation. And it's the reason people earning $100,000 feel as broke as they did at $50,000. The move: every time your income increases, split the increase. 50% to standard of living, 50% to assets. If you get a $500 per month raise, $250 to enjoy it, $250 to automate it into investments. Your lifestyle improves, your asset base grows. Both, not one or the other. The middle-class mistake is all lifestyle. The wealthy mistake that some make is all assets, no life. The system is the balance. 2 families, same income, $75,000 per year, same starting point, 0 savings, same city, same cost of living. Family A, no system, spend everything. Save occasionally. No investments. One income stream. 10 years later, savings, $8,000. Net worth, $12,000. Financial stress, constant. 20 years later, savings, $21,000. Net worth, $34,000. Retirement, delayed indefinitely. Family B, with system. Automate 12% of income to index fund from day one. Build one small secondary income stream, $200 per month, by year 2. Split every raise 50-50. 10 years later, investment portfolio, $134,000. Secondary income, $400 per month. Net worth, $187,000. 20 years later, investment portfolio, $421,000. Secondary income, $800 per month. Net worth, $530,000. Same income, same city, same 20 years. $34,000 versus $530,000. The difference is not luck. The difference is not talent. The difference is the system. Family A is part of the disappearing middle class. Family B built their way out of it. The middle class is disappearing. That is real. But disappearing doesn't mean gone. It means splitting. And you get to choose which side. The choice is not about income. It's about structure. 3 moves, starting this week. Move 1. Open an investment account today. Set up an automatic transfer, even $100 per month, into an S&P 500 index fund. That's the first asset. Move 2. Identify one skill, knowledge, or resource you have that could generate $100 per month outside your salary. Not $10,000, not $1,000, $100. That's the second stream. Move 3. The next time you get a raise, split it. Half to life, half to assets. Every raise from now on. These 3 moves don't require a higher salary, don't require special skills, don't require perfect timing. They require a decision. One decision, made today, that compounds for the next 20 years. The middle class is disappearing, but the people with systems are not disappearing with it. 50 years ago, being middle class meant security. Today, it means standing at a fork in the road. One path leads down. One path leads up. The path up isn't paved with a higher salary. It's paved with a system. Assets that grow, streams that multiply, automation that runs without you. That is the system. And the system is the only thing standing between you and the direction you don't want to go. Build it.